What's up, y'all? This is Mrs. OC. I'm about to make a favorite everybody knows about, jambalaya. This is probably the second time that I've made it, and it may come out a little bit different than I did the first time, but this is gonna be the final recipe. It's gonna be for y'all, so I hope y'all enjoy. Alright, so listen, this is going to be all the ingredients that we are going to be using today. So this is 2 tablespoons of oil, olive oil, and some pork belly. Heat is on medium high. If you have a number stove, it's like a 3 or 4. In the meantime, you can pre-cut your onions, your celery, your green onions. I'm stirring it so it doesn't burn to the pan and it doesn't stick. You want the good sticky stuff, but you don't want the burnt stuff. The burnt stuff don't taste good. It gets bitter, it gets sour, it makes your whole food change its whole flavor. You don't want the bitterness. So the seasonings I'm going to use, I have some new seasonings that I just bought specifically for this recipe, are going to be onion powder. You could put a tablespoon of onion powder. It doesn't have no salt, and I like the way onions taste, but I'm also gonna put fresh onions in there too. So a tablespoon of onion powder. It's like half a tablespoon, or maybe a little bit more than half a tablespoon of pepper flakes. Put it to your liking though. That's a ingredient to your preference. I have some Cajun seasoning here, which I'm also gonna use. A tablespoon of this one. The last time I made it, I put all the spices separately. I put a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, some salt, some pepper, Worcestershire sauce. I made a whole bunch of different paprika, cumin, coriander. Yeah, a whole bunch of different spices to do my own thing. And it came out pretty good. But this time I'm using the Cajun seasoning. So I put 1 tablespoon for now for the meat. A little bit of cumin. I'm talking about a pinch of cumin, because too much cumin is going to give you that Spanish flavor. You don't want too much Spanish. It's like a it's southern. This is a southern recipe. A lot of people use it southern, so this is just to give it a little bit of kick. I'm using a quarter of a tablespoon. Is it a quarter tablespoon? Quarter of a teaspoon of cumin. You can use salt if you want, because I'm using all-purpose seasoning. This is what has my salt in it, and I don't want to put too much, so I'm just going to put a little bit to give it a little bit of different flavor. This is my version, like I said. Alright, now I'm going to stir the meat. It's starting to pop, so it's getting crispy, it's cooking, it's browning. I'm going to stir all the seasonings together. Get your little dish. Take your meat out of the pot. Put it on the side. Try to keep as much juices as you can so we could use it for the vegetables. The vegetables can absorb all the juices. Gets the flavors. Because remember, this is the base. This is going to be the foundation of your rice, of your jambalaya. So where the flavoring comes from now is what the flavor is gonna be for the jambalaya. So, alright. So now I got a medium onion. Not too little, not too big, but this is only feeding for 2 people, depending on how big you want, how much jambalaya you're making. I'm using a medium onion. I diced it into pieces, as you can see. And it looks like around a cup, or maybe half a cup. Maybe half a cup, more of a half a cup of onions. We're gonna put that in. Yes. Now I am going to add I have some green peppers. This was a small green pepper also. It's about a cup. The pieces aren't too little. You see, they're just about chunks. Like about a cup, you know? That's gonna go in there. We're gonna add some garlic. I used 4 cloves of garlic. I love garlic. Garlic, like I say, is the best, is the most flavorful thing ever. This is about maybe 2 tablespoons. Let me measure it. I can measure a tablespoon for you. Let's see. It's a little over a tablespoon. This is 1 tablespoon. Yeah, about 1.5 tablespoons of minced garlic. 4 cloves. That was about 4 cloves. I used 4 cloves of green onions. 1 bunch you buy in the supermarket. It's going to it should be enough. It makes about a cup also. Okay, sorry y'all. We got camera problems. We got a tripod, but the tripod is like, it doesn't have a grip legs, grip ends. So it's kind of like sliding everywhere, and the camera just fell. So this pot right here is only onions, green onions, and peppers. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons again of olive oil to the vegetables. First time we did it to the pork belly. Now we're gonna add it another, because it got a little dry. The onions and peppers and everything soaked up the juice from the pork belly. 2 more tablespoons of olive oil. And then we're going to continue to add more vegetables. Which is going to be, this is a bunch of parsley. I bought 1 whole bunch from the supermarket, and I just chopped up everything. So that's the parsley. This is what gives everything flavor. You guys have the holy trinity of onions, peppers, celery. I'm about to add the celery right now. I'm gonna measure this cup full of maybe 2 of these of celery. So here's 1 cup of celery. And this is 2 cups. I'm gonna stir it and see if that's enough. If I feel like I need to add more, I will add more. It's to your liking, you guys. Let the parsley and everything settle down. Let it get soft, you know, or mix. Let it absorb the flavors. We're gonna add seasoning to this, and the rice and the meat, everything. You want everything to be combined. Shake it, stir it very, very well. Don't shake it. You don't want to shake it. You want to stir. Stir, stir, stir. I was gonna add some more celery. That was the last thing I added, but the 2 cups did just well. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start seasoning. It's gonna be the final seasoning for the jambalaya. What I'm gonna start with is a tiny bit of cumin. Again, you don't want to add too much. I'm gonna do 2. So half a teaspoon of cumin. Half, because it's for the rice. It's not for me. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. And let's do another one. If you like Cajun seasoning, do it. If you don't, it's really how you like it. You don't have to. I didn't use it the first time I made it, so I like Worcestershire, so I'm going to use this. We're going to put about, I don't know, maybe a tablespoon also flavor. So just about a tablespoon should be nice. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that. Like, oh my god, I just eyeballed it. It's sprinkled on. It's probably like less than a teaspoon. Let me stir this before I add anything else. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some diced tomatoes. A whole can, just 1 whole 14.5-ounce can of diced tomatoes. It's not mixed with anything. No onions, no garlic. It's plain diced tomatoes. This is my brand where I'm at. Diced tomatoes, plain. Put that in. Stir that around, mix it up. You still have chicken broth to add. That's gonna, instead of water for your rice. You can taste this if you want now and see if it's to your liking, so you can adjust it, which I'm gonna do. That's probably the best thing you could do. I had my heat on low medium, but I'm moving it right now to medium high because I'm gonna add the chicken broth and I'm gonna start adding the rice and the meat. Right now, when you taste, it's gonna be a little salty. The flavor is gonna be real powerful, but it's all of that's gonna dilute when you add the rice in it. So I'm gonna add an equal amount of broth of rice. Long grain rice. You have to use long grain rice. So this is 2 cups of chicken broth. I'm gonna add 1 more cup of chicken broth because the meat is going to absorb all of this. I don't have no more liquids to add after this. So 3 cups of chicken broth. And then when you add your rice, I usually use a rice cooker, so that's why I say equal parts, but follow the directions of your rice on the bag. My rice cooker says equal parts of water and equal parts of rice. That's what I'm used to cooking with. I'm not cooking with the rice cooker. I'm making this manually. So 3 cups of the chicken broth, and we will add the rice slowly so that way we have cooked rice and not raw rice. I'm gonna measure out my rice and I'm gonna clean it and I'm gonna prepare it, so when I come to put it in here, I'm going to come back to you guys. In the meantime, these vegetables and the chicken broth are gonna sit here and they're gonna cook on low medium heat, like a 2 or 3. Okay, I'll be back. I got 2 cups of rice here that I'm gonna add to this. Y'all charging. Good. I'm saving y'all lives. So now, yeah, like I said, we're gonna add the meat. I got the pork belly that I browned earlier. It's seasoned. We're gonna add this to it. This got all the flavor, the oil, you see? It was delicious. It smelled so good. So that's going in. This is a smoked sausage. Love, love, love. You wanna taste it? Like just a tablespoon, and let's put it in. I'm gonna do 2. 1 more. 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce. I use a lot of tomato sauce in my Spanish cooking for my Spanish rice, and I'm pretty like sure about how much tomato sauce to use when it comes to rice. So I'm putting 2 tablespoons in. It'll even out with the diced tomatoes. I'm gonna add a little bit more rice. So that'll be a total of 2.5. I'm gonna add half a cup. This is half a cup of rice and another cup of chicken broth. Okay, so I'm back with the half a cup of rice I'm adding to my pot. So that's half a cup of rice, and I added an extra cup of chicken broth. Now, and I have my heat on medium heat. So I'm gonna add the shrimp and we're gonna leave it in there and we're gonna cover it. And it's gonna cook for like 45 minutes or until you see the rice is cooked. Jumbo shrimp cut in pieces. Okay, so we're gonna leave it like that. The rice is gonna soak up, everything is gonna dry up. Okay, y'all, let's check on this jambalaya. See what we got here. The rice is cooked, the meat is cooked. Oh, it smells delicious, y'all. All right, let's stir it through. Oh, it's cooking from the bottom up. From the bottom up. I hope y'all enjoy this jambalaya. I hope it's good. I hope I made the recipe easy for you guys. I hope the ingredients are good. If you make your adjustments, go for it. That's to your liking. Anyways, y'all, this is Mrs. OC. Comment below for any questions or any comments or anything. Subscribe. Hit the notification button to be notified for the next video. Like and share. Till next time, y'all.